Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's Heart to Home devotion. Today's question is, have you washed? We're going to be in Second Kings for the most part, and our story is going to be about Naaman. In 2 Kings 5, 1 through 3, it says, Now Naaman, commander of the army of the king of Syria, was a great and honorable man in the eyes of his master, because by him the Lord had given victory to Syria. He was also a mighty man of valor, but a leper. And the Syrians had gone, this is verse 2, and the Syrians had gone out on raids and had brought back a captive young girl from the land of Israel. She waited on Naaman's wife. Then she said to her mistress, verse 3, If only my master were with the prophet who is in Samaria, for he would heal him of his leprosy. This prophet is Elijah. And so Naaman thinks, wow, okay, I'm going to go down and check this guy out, see what he's all about. So we're going to jump down to verse 9, and it says, Then Naaman went with his horses and chariot, and he stood at the door of Elijah's house. And Elijah sent a messenger to him, saying, Go and wash in the Jordan 7 times, and your flesh shall be restored to you, and you shall be clean. Well, this kind of upset Naaman because he was a very proud man, and he even comments to one of his servants. He said, "There's cleaner waters in Syria. Why should I go down to this dirty mud hole, the Jordan River? You know, and doesn't this prophet know who I am? I'm Naaman. I'm a great man. Look at all these. I brought all this pomp and circumstance, you know." And he sends a messenger to me. He was enraged. He was mad. But his servant said, "My lord, if he would ask you to do some great thing, wouldn't you have done it?" And Naaman says, "Well, yeah, you know." And that's paraphrasing the verses between 9 and 14. And so, yeah, Naaman said that, yeah, I would have done it. You know, if he told me to do some great and amazing thing, I would have went out and done it because I'm a big man of valor. So anyways, let's jump down to 2 Kings 5:14. So he, being Naaman, went down and dipped 7 times in the Jordan, according to the saying of the man of God. And his flesh was restored like the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. See, Naaman's problem was he had to take off his armor, which was his protection, his shield, his guard against the world. And then he had to strip down, because if he had dipped himself in the river with all his armor and stuff on, he would have drowned. So he had to make himself very vulnerable. And then he had to dip into the Jordan River 7 times, as the prophet said, to cleanse his flesh. But it wasn't the cleansing of the outer flesh that it was all about, is cleansing his spiritual flesh, basically being obedient to God. You know, this proud and not humble, this proud and arrogant and hubris man had to strip himself down to the bare minimum in order for God to work in his life. And in Proverbs, because of Naaman's pride, in Proverbs it says, when pride comes, then comes shame. But with the humble is wisdom. That's Proverbs 11:2. And then in Proverbs 29:23, a man's pride will bring him low, but the humble in spirit will retain honor. And that's what Naaman needed to do. He needed to be humbled. Sure, he was a great man in the eyes of his Syrian king, but God is a humbler of all men. In our last verse, 1 John 12:16 and 17, For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But he who does the will of the Father abides forever. So basically, we have to wash away our pride. We have to wash away our arrogance. we have to be humble before the Lord and just be obedient. And I've had people say, well, being a Christian, and they hear me and my story, and they say, well, you think you're better than others. And I go, no, I'm not better than anybody. I'm a sinner saved by grace. But what I am is better off. So if you're better off, share it with somebody. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.